Hey guys, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home. Come run errands with us because I am going to share with you 5 things that tried to steal my joy this week and what I did about it. So let's chat through all of that. Hey friends, and thanks for joining me. I know this week for us was hectic. This week was crazy. If I'm being honest, the past little while has been kind of hectic and crazy for us. And so I thought, you know, what better way than to sit down and go, okay, a friend suggested, hey, you've had a hectic week. How did you keep from getting your joy stolen this week, right? How did you deal with the stuff and keep going through it? Because let's be honest, a lot of times when things are difficult, it is a heck of a lot easier to just say, forget it and throw in the towel than it is to, move through and be able to keep that joy in all of the struggles of life. So I want to share those with you guys today. So the first thing that absolutely tried to steal my joy this week was just busyness. Like, we had so much going on. We've got so much going on in our personal lives, work stuff trying to get done. We had appointment after appointment, school stuff, you name it. Like, all the things that are going on, there was just so much. And I feel like nothing steals your joy and kills your spirit more than busyness. Busyness is such a poison, and I know, especially in our world today, it's almost glorified and idolized, but it isn't. It's garbage. And so having that busyness was just, it was too much. And I think most of us, if we're honest, will say, yeah, my life is too busy. I have too much going on. Whether it's, things that you have committed to, things you're stuck in, whatever it is, it's too much. You're always on the go. You're always being pulled in different directions. You're exhausted. You're burnt out. It's all just too much. And so I know for me, something that was really, really, big, especially this week with everything, was kind of pausing and going, all right, I know there's a lot out of our control this week that we have to go do. We have to go deal with. But there's a big difference between just being, completely overwhelmed by all of that and letting it just ruin everything, and then pausing to realize, like, yeah, there's stuff that I have to go deal with. Like, just facts of life that has to be dealt with. Let me go get done exactly what I have to do, and then guess what? I'm going to call it a day, and we're going to enjoy. If that means by midday, after we've finished all of our doctor's appointments, we say, hey, cool story, we're having, a nacho bar or an ice cream sundae or something fun like that for dinner, and we're gonna hang out and just have fun, like, that's cool. Call it a day and just be done. Our family loves the movie Nacho Libre, so we instituted Nacho Night, where when we have a day where it's just, we've been running around, it's too much, we're all just toast, there's been too much busyness, we have nachos for dinner and we watch Nacho Libre and we just enjoy Nacho Night. And we say, you know what? Today was crazy. We all had to do a lot of busy things that really wasn't our favorite. We're gonna now enjoy. So busyness is definitely a joy stealer. The second thing would be a messy house. Guys, blame it on my ADHD, blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. When things start just getting out of control, it nuts me out. It stresses me out. I can't focus. It's just bothersome. And especially when you are getting busier, you're doing things out of your norm. Maybe you just don't even have a good system set up in your home, like, anyways. Everything getting out of order, getting behind on stuff, things, physically stacking up around you is stressful. And that is something for me that will just, right then and there, that will nut me out. And so that was definitely one that I saw today that was like, wow, you are trying to ruin my day today, aren't you? Crazy things that are getting out of control. And so having these simple routines and systems in my life, for me, I've done the Fly Lady system for nearly 20 years. I found it as a teenage mom and wife and started implementing it, and I share these classes and lessons with you guys because I believe in it so immensely. because being able to have these simple routines, my morning routines and evening routines, that even if I'm out running a bunch of errands, I've got a bunch of appointments, we've got meetings, we got people coming over, we got whatever it is that's happening in our day, having these simple routines that I just do first thing in the morning and then before I go to bed. Yeah, I might not be getting to all the things, but I'm still able to keep like the core mechanics of our house easily contained and put back together in the process. And so it was so nice that even in all of the chaos and all of the things this week, being able to be like, all right, I'm taking 15 minutes, I'm doing my evening routine and I'm getting things back in order before I go to bed. It doesn't take very much effort on my part, but it at least keeps us at that like level playing field when we're being pulled in a bunch of different directions and having a lot going on. So a messy house for me is a total thief of joy. Like, it absolutely will ruin it. The third thing trying to steal my joy this week were kids' attitudes. Now, this one I understand. I understand that sometimes you have these crazy weeks where things are just different. Maybe you're starting new stuff, you're transitioning out of something, you just have a lot going on. Maybe you're not able to stick to your normal routine. Whatever it may be, maybe you've been too busy, your husband's been too busy, your kids are just in a different stage and they need something else. I mean, there can be many different causes for it, but I know for us, like, because I've been busy trying to get our family Bible curriculum out. My husband has had a lot going on. We have a lot of really heavy stuff going on in our family right now. And then on top of all of that, you throw in this crazy week where we're super busy. We're pulled all over the place. We're not doing our normal routines. Like, we're trying to do our normal routines, but we're not doing them how we normally would because we have appointments and we're here and we're there and we have all this going on. I notice kids' attitudes starting to get wonky. And let's just be honest, when that happens, the easiest response is to kind of get an attitude back, right? It's for me to snap and be not nice mom and get cranky and want to yell at everybody. And that's never the way to do that. And so realizing that that was happening was step one. And then being able to say, you know what? We're just going to hit pause. I'm not doing this, right? I understand that everybody's stretched a little thin right now. I get that. Things have been wonky. We need to get them, back in order, and we will. It just takes a moment. We got to get through this and we'll get there. But instead of me throwing attitude right back, instead of me being frustrated and stressed out and whatever we want to say here, let me just hit pause. Say, it's okay. I know we've all, had a lot on us this week and things have been crazy. I get that. We're just going to hit pause and we're going to have fun. Instead of stressing about it and making it worse, we're going to hit pause. We're going to have fun together. And we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to make this worse. We are going to make it better. And so, like we said, doing nacho night. Some nights we went, one night we went up, Olivia and I loaded up, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go get ice cream. Just right now, we're going to go get ice cream, and everybody's going to sit down. When we did that the other night, remember when you picked out the ice cream? Yeah.
I went.
Yes, you did. And so it was very exciting, but being able to see that it was so much fun. Being able to see that attitudes are boiling. In my sinful flesh, I want to just get really cranky and mean back at everyone, but that's not going to help here. So let's hit pause. Let's leave that be. Let's go have fun. Let's fill up our love buckets and then try again as we try to put this back together. The fourth thing that, you can go ahead and roll down your window, baby. The fourth thing that really was just, oh my gosh, this is gonna steal my joy and it's gonna be the end of me, like I can't take this anymore, would be my stress levels. I don't know how else. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but for the past month specifically, we have just really heavy things going on. Like I don't know how else to say it, but we just have like it's getting comical almost to this point. It's like in our personal lives, in our ministry work, in our, financial aspects, in just like weight of things happening. We had plumbing issue after plumbing issue. Like, I mean, literally you just think of like every possible thing. We have had like chaos after chaos after chaos going on, and my stress levels are just done. They are genuinely just done. Like, I cannot do this anymore. And that was something this week with, you know, and then you just start adding all the pieces on, right? We have to go to this, we have to do that, we have to do this, we have to do that. The kids are now cranky, this is going on, this is going on. And I'm like, I just want to lose my ever-loving mind. Like, oh my goodness, this is too much. And that was where, again, the busyness, the attitudes, the chaos, the mess of everything, I was like, you know what? I'm going to list my top priorities. What are the things that I absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, have to do today? We will in just 1 minute. We're just waiting a minute, baby. What are those things that I absolutely have to do?
Wait, are
right?
you going in there?
Yes, hold on 1 second.
No, are you going in?
I have to go to this appointment. I have to go to this, you know, whatever. Like, there are a few things that have to happen. I have my morning and evening routines to help keep house stuff under control. Those are priorities for me. My time in scripture has to happen. My time in Bible study has to happen, right? Like, there's certain things that are my have to happens. But being able to sit down and say, okay, realistically, what are the things that I absolutely have to do today? What are they? Everything else, I know there's lots of things I should do or I could do or that would be great. I'm not even going to look at them. I'm going to take a nap because I need that. I have way too much. So by the time I get it all done, it might be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Guess what? I'm going to lay down and nap for an hour. Maybe I'm going to just go outside and go for a walk. Maybe I'm going to sit down and be like, all right, kids, right, we're going to do this fun thing and curl up. Our kids, we've been watching Green Acres lately, right? Like, okay, we're going to take that. I'm going to figure out the things to help my stress and my levels. I'm going to figure out the things that, like, I have to do, and then I'm going to rest and I'm going to let it go, and I'm not going to worry about it. If it didn't make the priority list today, if God didn't put that right before me of, hey, you have to do this today, then guess what? I'm not even going to worry about it today. I'm going to rest. I'm going to relax. I'm going to let myself kind of sort all of this out, and I am not going to worry about it. The fifth thing that tried to absolutely positively steal my joy this week would be uncertainty. I'm telling you, like, again, I know we sound like broken records in our vlogs each day and things like that, but there is just so much huge, heavy stuff floating around and weighing on us, and it like pulls us one way and then this way and then that way, and it's just like the uncertainty is making me crazy. Like, it's literally making me nutty, and I'm trying to be diligent, I'm trying to be responsible, I'm trying to do the research and the things that I should to be prepared. You coming up here now? We're waiting in the parking lot for a second because our stuff's not ready. So I'm trying to like do those things, but then it's just like, oh my gosh, like this uncertainty is literally making me nuts. And I had, you know, again, it's like, you know, these truths, but then sometimes you come to these points. Hold on, honey, it's really loud. You come to these points where you just like, you get slapped with the truth again, and you're like, okay, you're right. I had to come to this, guess what? God's got it. It's his plan. I know that. But all this uncertainty is showing me more and more that I need to trust. I need to give it all to him regardless of anything, and just say, hey man, I'm here. How can I serve you? How best can I be used as your steward, as your vessel? That's my job. And so whatever that means, that's what I'm here to do. And no amount of, you know, I'm not trying to be irresponsible, but no amount of my trying to control and configure and plan out and plot and all of that, it means anything at all. It doesn't, right? Scripture calls us fools for planning and saying what we're going to go do and go here and go there, because it's like, really, you don't know what tomorrow brings. You don't know if you're going to have another breath, and you're telling me what's going on. Like, that's crazy. So having that just, again, that realization set in of, I could be getting really stressed out. I could be getting really worried. I can continue to just like be internally freaking out over, what are we going to do? What about this? What about that? What about this? And trying to, you know, configure all these pieces myself. Or I could say, you know what, Lord, you've got it, and I trust you. You know what I need more than I know what I need. And you promise to provide me what I need today. So if I don't have it today, it's because I don't need it today. And that includes answers, right? If I'm saying, Lord, what do you want from us? What are we doing? Are we going the right way? Are we doing the right thing? And silence is all I hear, then your answer is not yet. I don't need to tell you that yet. And so sitting here and going, okay, I can either let uncertainty throw me into fear, throw me into anger, throw me into stress, throw me into whatever, or I can say, God, you've got it. And apparently we're on a need to know basis, and I don't need to know this right now. Cool beans. I understand that, right? And that is how it is sometimes, and I trust you. So I will continue to blindly walk wherever it is you're leading me, because I trust your plan, and it has nothing to do with my efforts. So those would be the 5 things that came to the top of my mind when my friend suggested, sharing about things that in this really hectic week especially tried to steal my joy, tried to knock me down, tried to get me off track, right? I could have continued to be a stress ball. I could have been angry mom. I could have been horrible to my husband. I could have been losing my marbles. I could have been doing so many different things, right? But instead, being able to pause and say, you know what? And take care of what we have to.
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun.
That's why Jesus can make house in the clouds.
Yes, Jesus is making our home up in the clouds, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of talk about heaven and the rapture because the fall feasts are coming, which all point to Jesus' return.
And he's going to die and go to heaven.
Yep, he died and went to heaven. And then he is going to call us with a what? What sound will we hear when he calls us?
A trumpet.
A trumpet, a loud trumpet, huh?
Like this. Beep, 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 beep.
Kind of like that, something like that. We're doing a fall feast study, in case you guys are wondering. It's linked down below. All the fall feasts are coming up. We are very, very excited. It's a very exciting time to dig into that. So we're doing that together as a family and talking about that quite frequently. But anyways, like I said, I could get stressed out. I could be overwhelmed. Or I could say, hey man, God's got this. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm going to rest, relax, find my peace in the Lord, and enjoy this life he's given me. So if that means I put things on pause and say I'm not worrying about it, I'm gonna go snuggle my kids, we're gonna go play, we're gonna have ice cream for dinner, my hubby and I are gonna stay up and watch a movie, whatever it might be, we're gonna do that, because that's what matters. It's these people in front of us that the Lord has given us to love and serve to his glory and honor, and that's what we're gonna do. So those are the 5 things that totally tried to derail me this week. Praying that sharing at least my struggles and the things that I went through, maybe it can be a blessing to you or someone else. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Of course, if you guys have any questions, leave me a comment down below. Otherwise, I pray we will get to see you all soon in whatever video you might find next. So bye everybody. You want to say bye, Olivia?
Bye.
Bye.